Miles was not lazy. In fact, his mind ran faster than his feet. But every morning, the same battle began. Alarm, snooze, regret. He set goals, promised himself he'd wake up early, start the day with clarity. But somehow, it was always 10 a.m. before his feet touched the floor. The worst part? The guilt. Not from being tired, but from betraying his own plans. He'd scroll Instagram, watching others run at 5 a.m., journaling by candlelight, and crushing cold showers. And he'd wonder, why can't I be like that? Until one morning, he met the watchmaker. The shop was tiny, tucked between a bakery and a bookstore. Miles had never noticed it before. Inside, hundreds of clocks ticked in perfect disharmony. Wall clocks, pocket watches, hourglasses, each alive in its own rhythm. An old man stood behind the counter, adjusting the hands of a strange, golden timepiece. Miles stared, mesmerized. Isn't it exhausting, hearing all this ticking? The man chuckled. Only if you're trying to control time. But if you listen, really listen, you'll find the one clock that matters. Miles tilted his head. Which one? The old man smiled. The one inside you. Miles raised an eyebrow. You mean, like, intuition? The old man shook his head. No, I mean discipline, rhythm, a promise you keep when no one's watching. He turned and opened a dusty drawer. Inside was a small wooden box. He placed it gently on the counter. Inside this box is a story, he said. A story of a kingdom where time itself was broken and how one boy learned to fix it. He paused. And if you, watching this, feel like your own rhythm is lost, if mornings feel like battles you never win, then subscribe to this channel. Because these aren't just stories, they're awakenings, blueprints for the life you know you're capable of. Maybe this one was meant for you. The old man opened the box. Inside was a tiny broken pocket watch, cracked glass, missing hands. This, he said, belonged to a boy named Eli. In his kingdom, clocks had stopped working. No one woke up on time. Nothing started. Everything drifted. Eli was tired of the chaos, so he climbed the clock tower, the tallest place in the land. They said it held the first clock, the one all others once followed. But when he reached it, it was shattered. Miles listened, spellbound. Eli didn't give up. He stayed in the tower, day after day, cleaning, fixing, thinking. He didn't have blueprints, just patience. One morning, as the sun rose, something clicked. Not in the gears, in his heart. He realized, time doesn't move you, you move time. So he carved his own hands for the clock, set it to dawn, and every day, he climbed to ring the bell, even when no one heard it. That bell changed everything. People began to notice. The bell became a rhythm. Shops opened earlier. Farmers rose with the sound. Children woke with purpose. It wasn't the clock that changed them. It was Eli's consistency. Back in the shop, the old man closed the box. Miles whispered, "So, waking up early isn't just about alarms." The old man smiled. "It's about building your own bell. Something inside you that rings, no matter what the world says." Miles left the shop with a quiet fire in his chest. That night, he didn't set an alarm. He set an intention, and at dawn, he woke, not from noise, but from readiness. He didn't run a marathon. He didn't meditate for an hour. He just stood in the quiet and felt proud, not of being perfect, but of showing up. The next morning, he did it again, and eventually, it wasn't a battle anymore. It was a rhythm. Now the question is, what would your life look like if you stopped chasing motivation and started building your bell?